Well, we're just hours away from a second day of testimony from leaders with Boeing and the company that manufactured the door plug that blew off an Alaska Airlines plane at 16,000 feet in the sky. So thousands of newly released documents are out, and they're detailing what exactly happened on Flight 1282 and pulling the curtain back at Boeing. We're going to bring in Ed Pierson, Boeing whistleblower and former senior manager at Boeing's 737 factory in Washington and current executive director for the Foundation for Aviation Safety. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you, Anna?
I'm well, thank you. Transcripts released during Tuesday's hearing state that some Boeing employees were pressured by their bosses to move the aircraft through the production line. As a former employee, can you corroborate those claims? Were you rushed?
Absolutely. I testified to this back in December 2019 to Congress that before the MAX crashes, there was incredible pressure being placed on employees. There was, a real rush to get the airplanes out the door. You obviously, we need to be competitive. The company, Boeing, needs to be competitive, but what was happening and is still happening. In fact, I would argue the same variables that led to the Alaska accident are the exact same variables that were in place that led to the two MAX crashes. Rush production, employees that were taking shortcuts, the quality control processes that were being broken on a regular basis. This is not how you build airplanes, right? This is not how the Boeing company is supposed to build airplanes, but this is what is happening because a select group of individual executives who decided that it was more important to get these planes out the door than to build high quality planes. And
wow.
Unfortunately, it's still continuing. We're still having these types of issues. There was an interesting discussion yesterday. I think we're going to get into it more today about the removal of quality control inspections. The company shockingly removed thousands of quality control inspections on individual airplanes. And so that's really concerning. So I expect that to be something that we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, I think viewers would be less surprised if manufacturer, top brass at manufacturing plants were asking their employees to rush desk chairs or suitcases, but airplanes that are carrying hundreds of people, my goodness. Reporters asked the NTSB chairwoman, Jennifer Homendy, how the door panel could leave the manufacturer without bolts to hold it in place. Let's take a listen to what she had to say.
We have interviewed others. We've also collected written statements. I have some concerns because each of those written statements end with the line, I have no knowledge, I have no knowledge, I don't know.
I watched the 13-minute interview, the gaggle that she gave with reporters, and she seemed very surprised in some scenarios about the lack of knowledge from Boeing staff and the lack of information that they've been able to collect at this point. Are you surprised by that?
No, actually, unfortunately, I'm not surprised. I think the NTSB needs to do some proper investigating. I mean, the information, the names of the employees, they've received records. They have records that show a lot of managers. They keep seeming to search for these individual mechanics who clearly made mistakes and shouldn't have made those mistakes. But they're completely overlooking the fact that there's managers that were involved in all this that were pressuring the employees to get these planes built. And, all they have to do is look at the documents that they've been provided, like the SAT records, the Shipside Action Tracker, which is this record that keeps track of problems when the plane is being built. There's plenty of names of people in there. In fact, the president of the union, John Holden, brought this up and said, hey, are you just looking for the individual manufacturing employees, or are you looking also at the managers who kind of drove this culture? And that's really concerning. So I think that the NTSB has got plenty of information that they can use to go back and do, really basic investigation. Talk to the employees, check their emails, check their text messages, and they're going to learn a lot. And one thing I want to make a very clear point about, this was not a single one-off situation that they like to characterize. This is unfortunately a systemic problem, a problem that's glaring, and we need to get to the bottom of this. And the leadership completely needs to change out, and they need to be honest about these mistakes and fix them.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.